guys, it's your girl NiNi. Welcome back to my channel. As you can see, I'm not alone. I've got a very special guest sitting next to me today. A good family friend, a sister from another mister, basically. Introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Zara.
She's nervous. So today, guys, we're going to be touching on a subject, something that Zara went through, something that's very personal to her. Just another awareness video, guys. So similar to my Hyperemesis one. If you haven't seen that video, guys, I will link that video in the description box below, so go and have a look at that. But today we're going to be talking about surgical menopause. I'll let you explain a little bit of why we're talking about that and a little bit of your experience on it.
Yeah, we just want to talk about the difference between surgical menopause and a natural menopause and the health risks after having it at such a young age.
So it's something that Zara went through. I met Zara about 2 years ago, 2.5 years ago.
I think it was more than that, wasn't it? Yeah, probably.
About 2.5 years ago. Got to know Zara, got to know the family. We became good family friends, really, didn't we? Ill at that time, weren't you? You were going through a lot. I remember you'd lost so much weight, very, very slim.
Yeah.
Always in a lot of pain as well, weren't you?
Yeah. Well, it started really bad periods for quite a few years, and I just thought, you know, a lot of women have bad periods, but it was getting to the point where I was having a period like 2 or 3 times a month. That was when I started to get worried because I thought this isn't right, and I remember being at work with my best friend now. The pain in my groin was that bad, like I was throwing up, and it was really quite bad. So I kept going back to the doctors, kept getting fobbed off, and then eventually they said that I had endometriosis. So I had an operation. I think that's when I met you, when I had my first op.
Yeah.
Which they did. I did have endometriosis, but that wasn't the cause of it. It weren't till a couple of months later when I had my smear test done that it actually come back that I had the first stages of cervical cancer. I'd gone for my smear test and I'd always had like borderline smear tests. But it was always like, oh, it's nothing to worry about. I'd had like laser treatment on my cervix. Yeah, and then I just got a phone call this day saying you've got to come into hospital. 2 days later we need to do an operation to remove your cervix. So I had that done, which didn't send me into a menopause because you have to have your ovaries removed to go through that. Had that, but the problems continued. So I went back again, and then it's such a blur, like so much happened in the 2 years, but I just remember going back to the hospital and sitting in a room and the man saying to me, actually it's the first stages of cervical cancer, you've got to have I had like a radiotherapy wand thing done, and yeah, I had to have a full radical hysterectomy where they...
But the thing is, they didn't even take you seriously though, did they, at first?
No.
So, just like how my Hyperemesis video, guys, when I spoke about going to the doctors, and the doctors basically sending me back home and whatever, I remember your mum saying to me that they were supposed to get back to you, weren't they, about your results, and they had lost your results.
I could probably be dead now because I literally... had to fight for it all of the time. It was only right at the last bit when they realised, they was like, shit, we need... Because I had a full radical hysterectomy where they take everything away, plus part of the top part of your vagina, so it's like the biggest one you can have. But they didn't really tell me what would happen after, so it's only like, you kind of have to find out for yourself, and going through it at such a young age, it is quite a big thing, like there's so many things to deal with after.
The difference between surgical and natural menopause?
Yeah, the difference between a surgical menopause and a natural menopause is quite big, because with a natural menopause your body will gradually go through it over a period of time, say like 5 to 10 years, and probably when you're about 50 years old. So your body will naturally do that, it's built to do that. But with a surgical menopause it happens instantly, overnight, so your body is shocked into something completely different. You've got no hormones running through your system anymore overnight. It is like being hit by a bus, like literally. They said to me before my op, you will feel a massive difference when you wake up, and you literally do. I felt about 90 when I woke up.
Yeah, I remember sometimes when your mum used to say to me, like, you're sitting in the bathtub, like, because you're in so much pain. Yeah, like, you
couldn't get out. It was awful. But yeah, that is the difference. It's a lot of people say, oh yeah, you're going through the menopause and what, everyone goes through it, but it is so different, like so different, especially when you're doing it at such a young age, because
how old are you?
35. But I was
Don't ever ask a woman her age.
But I was 34 when I had the operation done, so you're lacking all the hormones. You get osteoporosis. You've got a 70% chance of early dementia.
Wow.
Yeah, heart disease, and just in general feeling old before your time, sort of thing. So that is quite stressful when someone says to me, oh, you're going through the menopause, and I just think, no, it's not the same.
How does it affect like your working life though?
Hard at work, because my managers actually don't know what I've been through, even with the cancer, like some of them, because...
Show them this video.
Because where I work...
So managers, please pay attention from this point on, because we've got a thorough explanation.
No, where I work, we don't have the same manager all the time. We have like a different manager for each shifts, and then we have a main manager. The managers I work with quite a lot, they're aware of it, but my main manager, I haven't told her, and I think part of that is because I get embarrassed. Like, I think, oh, it's a bit embarrassing, going back to thinking, she'll think, oh, she's just going through the menopause. Do you know what I mean? Because a lot of people don't have an understanding of it. So, yeah, they don't know. But in general, I do struggle, but I have to work, and in some respects, it actually makes me feel better going to work because I feel normal.
Yeah.
So I think for me it helps. I'll be there and I'll look at the till, as I work in a pub restaurant, and I've been working this till for months now, and I'll look at it and I literally do not know what I'm doing. I'm like, what the hell am I doing? Like, and yeah, I'll go get bad brain fog badly, yeah. And that is only since the operation, so they didn't tell me anything. The hospital were rubbish, basically. They didn't tell. Through doing my own research and being like in support groups and things, I've learnt all that myself. So
yeah. What about your moods and stuff? What were your moods like? Like mentally, physically, how did you feel?
I think at the beginning it was like I said, I'd been hit by a bus. Everything physically and mentally was so different to how it was literally 24 hours before. So I would say it's made me a completely different person in my personality, the way I am, the way I live my life. Physically, it knocked my confidence quite a lot, because obviously I'm only 35 years old. I haven't got any boobs because I've got boobs, but they're only little.
Different video now, guys.
No, but I've always been paranoid about, like, I'm not big chested, so like when I then had to have everything removed down below, it made me feel really shit. Like, I didn't feel like a woman at all, and I felt like that for quite a long time. I do still feel a bit like that now, but I have come to terms with it a lot more, because I've got to think, if I hadn't had it done, I wouldn't be here now. So that's how I deal with that. But at the same time, it affects me in other ways, because I'm so tired a lot, and I'm busy a lot, but I'm also tired a lot, and I feel like the only free time I get, I do just want to be at home on my own, like with my kids. Have you
had like a moment since you've had like your surgery and stuff to get to know you, or date or something like that?
Yeah, like 100%. I've lost people really that have been really good to me through my erratic behaviour and just not wanting to interact with anyone physically or socially in any way. And I will regret it, but I can't beat myself up about it all the time, because I would do that for the rest of my life. But I honestly, at this precise point in my life, I do think that I would be quite content being on my own forever. That's how it's made me feel. I'm happy with that. It's sad, because that's probably how I wouldn't have wanted my life to be, but it is what it is. That's what it does to you. That's what surgical menopause does to you.
Yeah.
Mentally and physically. You don't want to be touched. You don't want to be around people for long periods of time. Even like friendships as well, like with my friends, I don't really see my friends much because, I don't know, I just want to be at home. I'm like a little loner. No, all my energy is taken through working and being like a good mum, and I do suffer like with energy quite a lot.
Yeah. And in terms of like, you can't have any more children, right?
No, I can't have any more children, which I didn't want to have anyway.
I didn't know whether to mention that or not.
No.
But yeah, you've got 2 beautiful kids.
Got 2 beautiful kids. I don't want any more children, but still, I mean, I'm in loads of support groups, and there's also medication. I take HRT, which for the first year I didn't take, which was really bad of me because where I'm so young, if I don't take HRT, that's when I'm at really high risk of heart disease and osteoporosis, which has already started to set in for me.
What is HRT though?
HRT is hormone replacement. So yeah, I use the gel. There's like tablet form, or you can get patches, but I use the gel. You just literally squirt 2 pumps on every night. Yeah, squirt. Can't do that. Right, scrap that. Right. So I use HRT, which is hormone replacement. I use the gel. You can either use patches or tablet form. I didn't use it for the first year, purely because of the cancer scare, and I know that HRT can relate to some cancers, so I was really conscious of like taking anything that could make me go back to that place again. But after going to the doctors, they told me how stupid I was and that I really need to start taking it. Really helped with like my hot flushes, because literally still now, middle of winter, I'm sleeping with all my windows open. My kids are freezing to death, where they're moaning like it's freezing indoors. But
don't
I
take
just
parental advice from this one.
No,
you know.
But yes, I take HRT. I'm taking that consistently now, which I wasn't
Are we okay
before.
to talk about the addiction side that you had?
Yeah, morphine, Oromorph. I started taking Oromorph, I think it was between my 2nd and 3rd operation, when I was kind of getting palmed off a bit. Take morphine for the pain. So that is exactly what I did. Every time I was in pain, I was drinking morphine. And it got to the point where the measurement that I was supposed to take wasn't enough, so I was taking
your body getting used to it, basically, isn't it? Yeah.
And it got to a point where, I mean, my mum would come round and I literally couldn't move, where I was just so off my head on morphine. Yeah, basically laying on the sofa for hours. And then I stopped taking it for a while, and then I remember taking it again because the pain was coming back. And out of the whole 2 years that I was ill, I had one night out, and I completely forgot that I was on morphine, and I went out and I had a few drinks, and literally the next day I ended up in the hospital with a morphine overdose. And actually the hospital thought I'd taken other drugs. I don't know what but they was basically saying you must have taken like an illegal substance because of how you've come in here, and trying to explain to it. And they actually did a drug test on me to prove that
you're not cracking.
That I'm not cracking.
Basically.
Yeah. And it was a morphine. So, and then after my full hysterectomy, they yet again gave me morphine, even though I'd said to them, you know, I don't really want to be taking this, but it was the only thing that had touched the pain. So started taking it again, and yet again I kept taking it too much, and my mum and dad found me one night just in bed, like basically throwing up in my hair, and it was really bad. And actually got rushed to hospital in an ambulance, and I haven't touched it since, and I don't think I ever will.
Yeah.
I mean, it helped with the pain, but
it's not worth.
No way.
Right.
I think like the hospitals and that should really keep a close eye on the amount that they like give to people, because they were literally willy-nilly giving me bottles and bottles and bottles, and the more they was giving me, obviously the more I was taking, and I just weren't in any pain. I was loving life because I'd spent 2 years.
Feeling of kind of like, this is gonna sound so bad. I love Night Nurse. feeling well, I don't know if this is like the same thing, but when I don't feel well, the only thing that really hits me in for me to get better and stuff is me having night nurse, like the one that makes you drowsy.
Yeah, it's that feeling.
Yeah. So, and I'm so bad with it. Guys, I don't have an addiction. Like, I
Nor do I.
Yeah. I don't have like the normal recommended like dose. You know, like the cup that they give you. Sorry, you know the cup that they give you, like the recommended dose that you're supposed to have.
Yeah.
I don't have just that. Like in the middle of the night, if I start coughing or if I'm not feeling well, I'm like
Straight out the bottle.
straight out of the bottle. Like we sound like a pair of addicts, don't we? But no, yeah, that's what I used to do, and it's just. I'm not addicted to it. It's not like I need it all the time, and I rarely get ill. But it's like when I'm not feeling well, I want to get on that night nurse. I want to feel better. I don't want to feel.
They advise you to take. That's what I'm saying. Like with the morphine, they advise me to take that.
So they're basically advising you to be a great.
Yeah.
I just need to stop saying. They're advising you to basically get high.
Yeah, basically. Yeah.
It's bad though, isn't it?
Yeah, it is bad. I can laugh about it now, but at the time, my mum was like beside herself. She was like, Zara, please stop taking the morphine. As well, I don't mind admitting this. The main part of taking it was for the pain, but I think
I like the feeling of it.
I like the feeling of it, but the floating feeling. No, it also blocked out a lot of me worrying about what I was going through, because you literally are in a world of your own if you take enough of that.
Well, you're basically on cloud nine,
yeah,
really,
literally.
isn't it? So your moods, physically, all of that stuff kind of gets erased.
Yeah, it just stopped, and I was just in my own little world, and I needed that at that time, and I'm not ashamed of it because it is what it is, you know. In terms of advice, definitely go for your smear tests. If you are going through a surgical menopause, just be in as many support groups as like you possibly can, because it 100% helps. It helps me. And also there's a lot of people out there in these support groups that are a lot worse off than me, so without being like horrible towards them, sometimes it makes me feel better because
you know someone else is going through what you're going through, or
definitely, and they just help. Major support groups help. Keep yourself healthy, give up smoking, make sure you take HRT if you're young, make your like family and friends aware that what you are going through, because if they're aware, they can kind of, I say, tolerate me better now that they actually know, because it can be really hard on other people to deal with someone that's going through the surgical menopause. So yeah, that'd be like good advice. Like make sure you talk all the time about how you're feeling, because like some days I'll get up and I feel like one person, and the next day I'll get up and I feel like someone completely different. Straight away I'll be like on the phone to my mum, or like I feel like this today. It's like split personality almost. That's how it feels. But yeah, get your smear tests done. HPV is on the rise, like majorly.
So what's HPV?
HPV is on the rise. That's what causes cervical cancer. And I do think, like, I'm really strongly passionate about getting the age of the first smear test lowered, because, you know, kids are sexually active now at age of 15. So to then wait to have a smear test.
Some younger.
Yeah, exactly. Right. And to wait that long to have your first smear test. I mean, from...
What age is it at the moment? Is it like 21, isn't it?
We need to check that.
We will check that, and I'll put the proper age in the description box.
Yeah, I'm sure it's... I know they're trying to get it lower because of like the whole Jade Goody thing, but to wait that long after, you know, being sexually active at such a young age, which a lot of people are, is major. I mean, mine progressed really quickly. I went from having SIM-free high-grade dysplasia to the first stage of cervical cancer in a matter of weeks. That's how quick it can happen. So yeah, definitely. And there's a big thing at the moment online about not getting your your children vaccinated for HPV. Because there's been some recent studies of the vaccine like harming children, which that I to a certain extent do believe that might happen, but I also think that you're more likely to contract HPV than you are to have a bad reaction from the vaccine.
Yeah.
Get your smear tests on, girls. Have you had your one? say, like with sleep, I probably get about 3 hours sleep a night. I think that's why.
Probably why you're always so tired.
I think that's why I'm a nutter. Like I'm just. No, I shouldn't say that, should I?
No.
Especially like I work evenings, so I get home about 12:30 at night, and then I'm back up again at 6 with the kids. But in between, I'll probably get about 3 hours sleep. But that is like one of the main side effects with surgical menopause, or natural menopause, both of them. It drives me mad. I'm always like bags under my eyes, so thanks for the makeup.
That's alright, babe.
Yeah, so that's mental, and I did take sleeping tablets for quite a while, but yeah, again, they're addictive, so I don't take those anymore. Yeah,
You're just basically getting addicted to everything, ain't you?
Yeah, just an addictive person. No. I'll just put up with it, get as much sleep as I can. I'll try and sleep in the day sometimes.
Lazy.
Do you ever sleep?
Yeah. Not together. This video it will help. You know, it will help a lot because, like I said, you saw my hyperemesis video. Like, a lot of people don't understand about things that people go through, and there needs to be more awareness out there. So I feel like this video is going to help people understand about surgical menopause and how different it is to natural menopause, you know. So so yeah, anything that you want to read about or whatever, it will be in the description box below. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe and get this channel growing, you know, like I say in every video, let's get this popping. Yes, let's get it popping. But yeah, look out for my next video, guys. We will be doing some more videos together. So
not shy no more.
Not shy. See, it's me. It's me. I warm people's souls.
I was a nervous wreck this morning.
But like I said, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, guys. Thanks for watching the video, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. Yeah, have a lovely day, guys. Bye. You gotta be ready because we're recording now, okay?
What, right now?
We're recording. What was all of that?
Sorry. Good day. She squirt 2 pumps on every night. Yeah, squirt. Scrap that. Right. That's how this all started. No, that's bullshit. It didn't start like that.
So good. How'd you feel?
Really good.